Wait until you hear how she screwed up his case. Hi, I'm Jim Hacking, immigration lawyer practicing law throughout the United States at our offices in St. Louis, San Diego, and Washington, D.C. If you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, or if you aren't aware of our Immigration Answer Show, you should know that every couple days I go live on our YouTube channel and in our Facebook group, which is called Immigrant Home, answering people's immigration questions every single day for free. When I do the show, it's every single day, haha. And when I do that, sometimes people come on and they tell me things that just blow my mind. I was talking to a lady the other day, and she completely and utterly screwed up her brother's case. Now, it's fixable, but she just added another 1.5 years to her brother's case. And my first question to her was, are you a lawyer? And I was trying to be kind. I was trying not to be mean. But she's not a lawyer, and she completely screwed up her case. She acted like she knew everything. She acted like she was the smartest person on the block. She was very dismissive of me, a little bit rude, and mostly she was just talking about how she had screwed up this case. So let me tell you the story. She did all the forms for her brother. So her brother was a green card holder, and his brother was married to someone overseas, and he filed an I-130 petition for alien relative to bring his spouse to the United States. They also had 2 kids. So as you're supposed to do when you're a green card holder, they listed those 2 kids on the I-130 petition. So far, so good. And they went ahead and they got it approved at USCIS. Then they went to the National Visa Center, and this sister/fake lawyer submitted the fees. So they paid all the fees for the wife's children, for the children of the petitioner. And then they went ahead and began processing the case at the National Visa Center. Now, about this time, brother became eligible for U.S. citizenship. And he talked to his sister, who's his fake lawyer, notario, lawyer advisor, fake lawyer wannabe, whatever you want to call her. And she said, yeah, go ahead and apply for citizenship. No problem. So he went ahead and applied for citizenship. Meanwhile, their case for the wife and the children keeps getting processed at the National Visa Center. He, lo and behold, becomes a U.S. citizen. Well, here's the thing. For some weird reason, under federal law, the children of green card holders do not have to have their own I-130 petition filed for them. They can ride on the I-130 that was filed for their parents. They can be treated as derivative beneficiaries, and they don't need a separate I-130 petition. But she didn't know this because she's not a lawyer. She just plays one on TV. And so he went ahead and got his citizenship. And the reason that was so important is because the children of U.S. citizens, even ones who naturalize after the I-130 has been approved, those children need to have a separate I-130 petition, because at that point they are immediate relatives and they go into a different classification of visa applicants, and that means that a separate I-130 needs to be filed for each child. Now, of course, that's $535 for each I-130 that they added to the case. They are also going to lose the fees that they already paid, most likely. They're going to have to pay those fees again. And more importantly than the fees, though, now, add that up, though, you're at $2,000. They could have spent that towards a lawyer who knew what they were talking about. And now it's not just the cost. You have the delay. They're starting over. It's as if they're starting over everybody's case together all over again, because the children have to file I-130s with USCIS, which, as you all know, longtime viewers of this show know, used to take 3, 4, 5 months, now takes 1.5 years. And they're going to have to wait for that to all get processed. And once that gets processed, then it's going to go to the National Visa Center. Might have to pay those fees again. Then have to wait for the embassy for an interview slot to become available. So it's a huge mess. A huge mess that could have been easily avoided simply by a call to my Immigration Answer Show, but more likely by working with a lawyer. This is why you work with lawyers. This is why you don't pretend you're a lawyer, because you think you know everything. This is why you don't even know what you don't know, and that's where you really get in trouble. It's those unknown unknowns, those things that you think you know everything about, but you don't really know. And that's really why this poor family is now starting over with new I-130s for the 2 children of the couple. Totally avoidable. Drives me crazy. Added 2 years of delay, 2 years of separation, 2 years for these children to be separated from their father, this woman's brother. And so it just goes to show you, don't trust people, even if they're trying to help you. There's really no difference between a bad, shady lawyer who's stealing your money and a sister or brother who's trying to help you. I understand the motives are different, but the result is the same. The result is the same. You can get people barred from coming. You can get people deported. If these children were 21 or 20 and they were starting over now, then it's a whole different ballgame. The kids could age out and then it's a 10-year wait. So immigration law is very complicated, very nuanced, very subtle. Small little turns here and there can really lead you to trouble. So I hope that in watching this video, you understand that you probably need a lawyer if it's anything remotely complex. I think most immigration cases benefit greatly by having competent immigration lawyers who know what they're doing. I'm not going to beat that horse. I've made my case. You decide for yourself. Leave us a comment if you think I'm out of whack or if you think she made a big mistake like I do. And thanks for watching. So if you need to get a hold of us, if you're thinking about hiring us, 314-961-8200. That's the phone number for Hacking Immigration Law, LLC. You can email us, info@hackingimmigrationlaw.com. Be sure to join us in our Facebook group. It's called Immigrant Home. We'd love to see you in there. There's thousands of immigrants who've gone through or are going through the immigration process, and they're all talking about what that process looks like, how frustrating it is, and what they're seeing on the ground at the embassies, at the service centers, at the local field offices. And there's a lot of good information that gets exchanged there. Finally, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have a great channel with thousands of videos, with lots of content, and we're adding new content to that every day. And that's where we go live on our Immigration Answers show. So thanks a lot, and make it a great day.